Gonna do another Valentine's mani. Hi, by the way, I'm Heather, and if you're new here, I am a ColorStreet stylist, but moreover, I am a nail addict. I use all different kinds of strips, not just the ColorStreet brand. And I do my nails a couple times a week, and I film it for you. So we're gonna do another mixed mani. This one is one from Danielle. Her Facebook page will be linked in the comments or in the description box. So this is just kind of a cutesy pink kind of traditional Valentine's mani. This one is all in cocoa strips though. So this one is, they're all hard to find strips. It's a pink lemonade, sweet kiss, and smell the roses. And I have out a few things that I might use to add to this. I've got some Cape Coral that I'm thinking about using for a design on some of the plain strips. And I also took out a couple different overlays that I might use. We've got Coming Up Rose Gold. That is also ColorStreet. And then I have an Incoco one, I believe. No, this one's not Fairy Lights. This is like Romance or something like that. I can't remember the name of this one, but it's all pink. And I don't remember the name of it though. We'll have to look it up before I post the video if I end up using it. I'm not sure that I'm going to use any of these. I just have them out because I have a couple ideas of how to modify this a little bit, kind of make it a bit of my own. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm thinking this has to be pink lemonade. I don't know for sure which strips are what, but it looks like pink lemonade to me. So I would imagine that's the pink lemonade one. And oh, okay, I didn't notice this in the package. Smell the Roses is, I don't know if you see it on the camera. It's got a bit of orange in it. So I think that the addition of Cape Coral in there as a design element may work really well because of that. That makes me happy. All right. And then I'm assuming this is the Sweet Kisses one, this hot pink color that and so the pink lemonade has a bit of a sheen to it. It's got a little bit of sparkle going on. So does the rose one. It has it, but it's very faint. A little bit of sheen and sparkle to it. And then these ones are definitely just solid. So obviously we're going to do these on our thumbs. This one is on a pinky. And then let's see, I'm definitely going to use both of the rose strips. So those I know for sure I'm going to use. These ones, I think for me, this is a middle finger strip. Yeah. So that'll be my middle. This looks like the one I normally use for my ring finger. And this looks like a pointer to me. So we're going to definitely use those. We've got an extra that we can use possibly as well. I'm going to put it to the side for now, and we're going to just do, put down these base ones, and then I'll decide what we're going to do with it as far as adding some type of a design element to the ones that are plain. Sorry, I was trying to change the music in the background because it was just too loud. The one that I had picked out, so it was distracting me a little bit here. All right, let's see how this looks. I can't tell. It looks like it might be relatively sheer. It is. So can you see that on the camera? So this would be one you could probably put over something else and it would give it a different look because it is sheer. But usually even those that are sheer, if you put them on your bare nail, it does just kind of, it'll keep the same color and not be necessarily see-through because it's, nope, this one is see-through. Look at, can you see that? I can see my, the like smile line at the top. So this is kind of like that other one. You remember the one I did a while back? It was called Tinkerbell. That was another Incoco set, and I did not expect it at all to be sheer, and it was completely sheer. Do you remember? I think, was it like a, oh God, what color was it? I don't remember now if it was like a, I feel like it was a greenish color, and I was expecting it to be solid, and it was super sheer. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. Maybe it was yellow. Was it yellow? You guys remember probably better than I do, even though it was on my nails. So we're definitely going to do something with these because they are super see-through. I'm going to want to put something on them to probably make them so they're not as see-through, even if it's just in spots, you know. So we could do one of the overlays, one of the glitter dips, and that would cover some of it. But I also have another idea that I was going to do with the Cape Coral, so we'll see. I haven't really decided yet which, if any, I want to use of the other strips that I took out. But I mean, I don't mind that it's sheer. It's a very pretty color with that. I always want to say sheen, but that's not the word. It's shimmers. It's a shimmer. You know, it's got that, it's not even really glitter. It looked on the strip, like when it's on here, do you see it almost looks like it has micro glitter in it? I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it looks like it has micro glitter, but on the finger, it does, it just looks like, the, oh my God, the word, I just remembered the word and it went out of my head again already. The shimmers. It looks like a shimmer set. It doesn't look like it has glitter at all. It just has a shimmer finish to it. It's kind of cool. It almost kind of reminds me of like the Secret Agent sets, you know? It's sort of like chameleon-like, you know? It's changing. So it definitely would be a good one to put over other strips. If you want to change up the look of something, you know, just like the Secret Agent ones, you could put it over another set and give it a different look to it. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I'm here for it. And I've been going back and forth ever since I started doing the Valentines manis on like kind of more traditional ones and then some non-traditional ones. And like I think when I do the non-traditional ones that I'm like, those are going to be my favorites, and they are. But when I put the more traditional stuff on, the pinks and the reds, it makes you feel very girly. And so I kind of like that too, you know? I'm usually much more of a non-traditional kind of gal, but sometimes it's nice to feel like a little girly and pretty, right? It's a very like ballerina pink kind of color, and it's very cute. I like it. All right, let's see what these roses look like. I'm excited. These also look like they have some micro glitter in them, but I have a feeling they're the same thing. It's more of a shimmer than a glitter. So we'll see once we get it off the backing. Oh, and this one is also very deep. Ooh, I dropped her. Can you see it? It's there. Put something under it so you can see. It's very see-through, like the lemonade one. So that's kind of cool. It feels like, you know what? I'm gonna, before I get too far into putting it on, it's it must be an older set because it has that. Y'all, what is up with? I can't. If you watched the last video, you understand my exasperation right now. That video, everything went wrong. Do you see what just happened? I unscrewed the top and it's stuck in there. Anyways, as I was saying, it's an older set. I can tell it's one of the probably, you know, as I said, all of them say they're the kind of like hard to find or very hard to find sets. It's got, it's not super sticky. But it's also not like hard either. It's not like a crispy and cracking like the skull and crossbone and heart sets were, that I ended up not being able to use in the last video. These are still pliable, they're just not super sticky. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Orly Bonder and I'm putting that down to make my nail sticky. So then hopefully the strip will stick better to the nail. Oh my Lord, I can't. This week has just been a little crazy. I just almost put the brush down in my trash bin instead of back in the bottle. I can't, y'all. It's just... Anyways, I'm gonna let that nail sit for a minute and we're gonna try this one and see how it is. The lemonade one wasn't super sticky, but it was sticky enough that it, you know, like the Bonder probably would help. I probably should just put it on all my nails. Yeah, we're gonna put it on all the nails. So, I haven't been using the Bonder all the time now. I was for a very long time. I used the Bonder with every mani. But I noticed that my strips didn't seem to be curing completely. And I felt like maybe it was the multiple layers or something with the way it was reacting to the Bonder coat. So I stopped using it for every mani, but for one like this where I've got strips that are an older set and the adhesive is maybe not as fresh as it was, you know, not fresh as a spring daisy. The Orly Bonder can help a lot with that. So it can help make your, you know, older strips stick better and just last a little bit better in general. So we're gonna use the Bonder on all of our nails. Even though the pinky doesn't have it, it'll be fine. The lemonade one was not, it still had enough stick to it, so I think it's okay. But I am still gonna put it on my thumb where I'm gonna put the other lemonades ones because they were not super sticky. Like sometimes you get an old set and it's like uber sticky gummy feeling, right? And sometimes you get an old set and it's like this, that it's, you know, not as sticky or a little dried out. And that happens. It's not just because this was like a resealed mixed mani. it happens in the package as well. As you saw in the last video, those strips that didn't work were all in the factory sealed package, but they still didn't work. So it wasn't just, you know, like resealing them that made them not work. It's just, you know, if you have a set that's like the ones, I don't know how old this one is. I bet one of you knows, I'm sure. When, you know, you have a set like the Sally Henson ones that I was trying to use that are 10 or 11 years old, I mean, they're 10 or 11 years old. There's only so much you can expect out of it, you know? So if you get good ones, great. But you kind of have to just know if you buy older sets that it's kind of it's a risk. They could be great, they could be dried out, and you're not going to know until you open them. So, and you can see this, I mean, I know you guys can't feel the lack of stickiness on these strips, but the bonder is making them stick like a dream. So like, I mean, there's nothing, look. Do you see when I'm like pushing it against my finger? You know, normally a strip, when you push it against your finger, it sticks, right? It's not at all, not even a little bit. So the bonder though is making it so that strip sticks really well. And then of course you want to use your smusher to smooth it out and really adhere it to that bonding layer. But sometimes you can still work with an older strip. Sometimes you can't. As you saw, there was the ones that I just had to throw away because they were too far gone. They were basically completely cured. They were dried out, they were cured, and they were cracking and breaking. So those, that's kind of hard to save. If they're not too dried out and they, you know, aren't cracking, you can try and put them on like I did with the other ones in the last mani, and put some top coat on there. And sometimes you can save it that way using heat. You know, there's lots of different ways to save a strip that might not be as good as, you know, or fresh. So it is kind of funny the way that, you know, some of them do this and some of them just get stickier with age, you know. I think some of it could depend on storage. So wherever the, you know, person that you're buying it from stored it can affect how well the strip ages, you know. You never know what's gonna, you know, it's a good idea to keep strips stored in a room temp. You know, you don't want it to be somewhere too cold or too hot. You want them to be in a room temperature. You don't want them sitting where they're going to be like constantly in sunlight. Things like that just will help them last longer. But I hate that other side of the pinky strip, because I always end up having to go back a couple times to clean up edges because I don't get them all the first time around, because I'm trying to do it under the camera for you guys, but sometimes it's hard to do the edge cleanup way over under the camera and not super close to my face. So yeah, I like this though. I do like this set. It's really pretty, even though, I mean, you can see it's very sheer on my finger, but it is still a really pretty color, and like the design of it is nice. Ooh, no, don't rip. Don't rip, my friend, please. It's trying to stick to the backing on me, so there we go. All right. I wish you guys could feel how, like, these strips have literally, like, 0 stick left to them. But the bonder is completely saving it. Like, it's making them stick. I love my Orly bonder. Like I said, I haven't been using it as much, but for something like this is what it's made for, you know, like it really does help. I actually went and bought a big refill bottle for it because I was using it so much, but the last few weeks I haven't really used it, but it's a lifesaver when you have something like this happen. I can't believe I didn't think of doing that with the last one where the strips were kind of dried out. I should have put bonder down, because like I could have even put it in between, because you know the top, the overlay that I had was a little dried out. I could have even put it in between the 2 layers if I needed to help them stick together and stuff. Sorry, my tablet randomly makes notification noises on me, and so that was that you just heard. This is a cute color. It's sort of like a watermelon color to me, I think. It's really pretty. Okay. I like it a lot. All right. I also really like this rose set. I'm kind of smitten with it. It's really pretty. Okay. So, even this one, so it's pretty traditional Valentine's colors, right? Pinks. It's got roses. But what I was getting at with this one is it's still sort of a, you know, it doesn't have any hearts, but it has flowers. So it still can be a Valentine's mani, right? Doesn't have to have hearts in it. So even though it's traditional colors, it's still maybe a little bit non-traditional Valentine's patterns, right? Stacy, this set would go good with your orange theme that you want for Valentine's. This particular, what is this one again? I already forgot what it was, and I just told y'all at the beginning of the video. This one was Incoco too. Smell the Roses, because it has a hint of orange in it. You probably have this. I'm sure you've seen it before. But it would be a good one to do some orange nails with. That is really pretty. And they're all, well, no, this one's not sheer. But these other ones are definitely super sheer, but they're still, like, I think it still looks okay. Even though they're very sheer strips, like, I like it. I could totally just be fine with it being that way. But I'm trying to decide. I think I might put some of the Cape Coral over the Pink Lemonade one, just because it's so sheer. Like the rose set is sheer too, but the Pink Lemonade one is much more sheer. Probably because of the design on the rose one. It's making it a little bit less so, but let's get the thumbs on first, and then we'll grab our other set there and try out the design that I was thinking of doing. I'll show you in a minute. This one's wanting to stick to the backing too, so I gotta do this very carefully like we did with the ones before so that it doesn't rip. All right. Yeah, see, especially on the thumb, I'm gonna need, I feel like, to do something because my thumbs have so much more of that, you know, the white bit at the top, the smile line, whatever. So you're really going to see it compared to my pinkies that only have a tiny bit at the top. So I feel like I definitely need something over that. Not completely covering it. I don't want to cover it. I want like a little design on it though to mask the sheerness of it a little bit, if that makes sense. And then the middle finger is the one I was thinking about doing the glitter dip overlay on. That beautiful watermelon pink. All right. There we go. Got that one off without it ripping. Not that it matters too much if it rips at the other end because I'm not using that end, but still, sometimes if it starts to rip, it's just the end. It's going to rip all the way down, you know? All right. So with the Cape Coral, I was thinking of doing kind of a geometric sort of design. I feel like I've got some nail fees saved with it, but I haven't ever tried it, so I want to try it out with this, I think. I don't know, the geometric may be a little off with the rose pattern strips, because the roses are more traditional. I don't know how a geometric pattern would go with those, but it's just going to be the pinky and the thumb. So, I don't know. Let's just try it, right? Okay. And I want to bring out some of the orange in the rose strips with this. And now that I'm thinking about, I had a design in mind, but now I have something else in mind too. I don't know what I want to do. So my thought was I was going to take and cut a triangle pattern out and put one, a triangle at the bottom and a triangle at the top. But now I'm kind of wondering if maybe doing cutting some wavy strips and putting them on would look less off with the roses. I don't know. Because then on the thumb too, I could do some strips of this and some strips of this. Let's try it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let me get my... There we go. All right. Always take off your plastic before you start doing stuff to them. You will regret it later if you don't. Come on. You little booger. You have no idea. All the times that I say little booger, you have no idea how hard it is for me not to say a cuss word when I say that instead. Little boogers replacing cuss words, let me just tell you. Because it's in my nature to just let it fly, but I'm trying not to. So whenever you hear me say little booger, you think of whatever cuss word it is I'm probably wanting to say. Maybe it'll make you giggle a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of like cut them into really thin little strips. And they'll be wavy because I'm using the wavy cut scissors. And we'll see how it looks. All right, let's start with one of these. Let's see. Yeah, that kind of looks cool, doesn't it? I don't know, can you see it really well on the camera or not, but all right. And then we'll just kind of like place the, okay. The tab came right off. But now it wants to stick to my finger. Really? All right. Let's try take two here. There we go. Okay. It's all right. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. You know what? It was too long anyways. So let's see. Let's do like this bit right here. So one of you ladies commented on the, I think it was the Lovebird manicure video, that you were new to doing this and you watched me to get ideas. Can I just tell you how flattering that is to me? Because that's how I kind of started out doing this. I, you know, was searching for ideas how to do my nails, right? After I started using ColorStreet, and I came across Stacy's channel and started watching her. And if you guys, most of you that are subscribers here are also on her channel and in her group and stuff. So you know, she's just kind of got that personality about her that makes you, kind of sucks you in, right? And makes you want to see more. So that's how I started, is watching her videos and kind of seeing the things that she did, the creative stuff that she did. And then it gave me ideas, and then it made me want to do my own channel because it just looked like so much fun. So the fact that any of you are sitting there watching me doing that same kind of thing, like I used to sit and watch her while I did my nails. Like, best compliment ever. I'm just going to say that. So, thank you. I love all of you guys. And I appreciate you. And if I give you even a tiny idea, that makes my day. I'm super happy. So. Okay, I'm glad I did this instead of what I was thinking originally, because I like this better. It's very, like, random, and I think it made a very cool design. I really like it. I'm glad I did this instead of the little triangles. with the backing of this lighter pink and then the sparkle of the, like, what do you think? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see how it's really looking on the camera. Sorry, I got too close there. Like, they play off of each other really well. The two colors, and then just kind of the shape of it, and then the different pattern of the sparkle versus the shimmer. I'm happy with that. It came out. I'm very happy with how it came out. So you should try it. This is pretty, I mean, it's not super hard. It may look like it is, but it's not. You're just cutting paper with scissors. And I feel like the result of it is super cool. So I would try it out if I was you. I think it's fun. I might do like 3 on this nail. We'll see, because this strip is a little bit thinner than on the other one. Let's see how it goes. It's rolling up on me though, it's so thin, and there's not a good wave pattern in what's left of that, so I'm not going to use the rest of this part. Let's see, what do we have left here? So I do have this thin one that I can use and put it like I want it to be alternating, though I don't want it to be like exactly the same. Let's try this piece that broke off of the other one, because it's a little bit bigger, so it's a different dimension to the thinner strip that I just put on. So let's try this one. Cape Coral is such a beautiful color. I really like Cape Coral. It's a good one. The sparkle in it is like, it's all different colors, and it's a micro glitter. I love me a micro glitter. I think most of you know how I feel about the micro glitters. They make my heart happy. I'm not as excited by this one as I was by this one, just the way the strips kind of fit together, but it's still pretty cool looking. I think that's the whole point of this, though. Like, it's just to play around with stuff and see what you like, right? It's just nails. You can change it. All right. I think that's enough. I'm going to leave them the way they are. I was thinking about maybe putting another piece like over, but I don't want to go, like, I don't want to go too crazy with it. I want it to be a little bit simpler, I think. So I'm not going to add any more to those. All right, now let's cut these ones, and we'll figure out how I want to place them on our thumbs. I wish I had gotten smaller ones of these, because these are a bit hard to use sometimes because they're so big. But I wanted the metal. I didn't want plastic, and I was having a hard time finding metal shears. So, you know, these are obviously all of the different kinds of like shears like this are made for crafting. They're not made for nail strips, right? But you can find smaller ones, but usually they're plastic, and I didn't want the plastic ones because I knew the plastic ones were not going to work as well. I wanted to have metal ones, so that's why I got these ones, even though they were on the large side. Sometimes, though, it's hard to work with them with the tiny little nail strip, you know? All right, so we've got some strips there. Let's do some strips out of the watermelon. I think the wavy cut ones are my favorite because I like the design it ends up making, you know? But I also like the scallop edge one too. I don't find myself using the, I feel like I totally lost it. Oh, there it is. Did y'all see it stuck to my finger? Again? Do you remember the video where it fell off when I was taking off the excess on the edge and I couldn't find it and it was stuck to the back of my finger? Yeah. Just did it again. Oops, I did it again. I totally forgot what I was saying. I don't know. Probably wasn't important. Almost, you know what? It almost is a little bit like, it looks like seaweed. That's what it's reminding me of. Like just kind of seaweed floating up through the water. Imagine if, so like if you did it with a blue, dude, that would be pretty cool. I'm gonna have to try that. I will try it later. And another time. All right, let's put a raspberry one down first. See how that looks, and then we'll put down some of the coral ones. All right, let's see. Where do I want it to? That looks pretty cool, that color, against the pale pink. Do you agree? It looks kind of neat, I think, those two colors together like that. All right, let's do this one next. Where do I want, like this, I think. I want that curve to kind of go into where the curve is on the other one. And then, yeah, there we go. That looks pretty cool. I like it. Is this piece long enough to do another one? Yeah, but is it at the right spot is the question. Yeah, there we go. All right. What do you think so far? All right, let's do another raspberry one. Watermelon, raspberry, whatever. Whatever color it is. Let's do this one again. Let's put it like right there, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I like it a lot. You guys should try this one. I know the multi-dimensional one, some of you are kind of like, "Rah, that looks like a lot of work." And this is sort of a bit of work, but it's worth it, trust me. It looks really cool. I'm pleased with it. You should try it. All right, let's see. I want one more. We're gonna put right here. Like, maybe let's do like the bigger part down by the bottom. And then as it's getting skinnier up by the top, I think. Let's try it out, see what happens. Although this has the bigger part down by the, so maybe do it like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. All right. Come on. Lord, it doesn't want to come off. It's like, no, don't take me away from my paper. I love the paper. Come on. I will admit, this part of trying to do like cutting up strips and doing stuff with them makes me crazy. Trying to get them off the backing is the worst part, I think. Almost had it, and then it's like, there we go. Haha, all right. I won. Of course we knew I would win though, didn't we? I wasn't gonna let it beat me. Now I'm almost wishing I had used some of the watermelon on the pinky too, because it looks pretty cool next to each other. But it's definitely reminiscent of like seaweed strips, but pretty seaweed because it's pink and sparkly and pretty. But don't you think it kind of looks like seaweed? I don't know. All right, let's get the thumb done. Because we're already at like, yeah, lots of time. I know. Someday, Heather will make a short video. You guys won't know what to do. Because I never make them short, despite my trying. I thought this one would be quick. It's not, because I changed my mind and decided to do all sorts of craziness. All right, I like this piece here, so I want to get this piece of it on the nail. You poopy head. I could put the non-sticky side down because it was not staying at all. Okay. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. This is not super sticky either, so it's kind of having a hard time staying down, but once I get top coat on it, it'll be fine. So those ones I'll put top coat on like right away. All right, let's see. Where's a salmon-y colored one that we want to use? Ooh, this one's cool. All right, I like this one. I guess it's not salmon, it's coral, right? Cape coral, so it's coral. Coral, salmon, they're kind of the same to me, but I like all the little twists in this one. It came out pretty neat, so I want to use that. Too close. I think I pushed it down too hard now to move it. Well, all right, it is what it is. It's staying. Let's see, maybe this piece can go right here. Yeah. Okay. I guess it didn't really matter where it lands. It's a kind of, the idea is that it's sort of free flowing anyways, right? So, all right, let's see. I stretched out the wave to it a little bit. It's okay though. All right. It's not doing what I want it to do. It's getting like too stretched out. It's like losing its wave because I'm trying to lay it down and it's getting pulled. There we go. It still lost its wave a little bit, but whatever. It's fine. Obviously, this is I'm using my non-dominant hand. I'm a righty, so like this side is always more difficult for me. Because I feel like that one went much easier. All right, let's find one more little piece of raspberry or watermelon color here. And put it right here. There we go. All right, that's good. Now, the question is, do I continue with that and put some of the Cape Coral on this? Or do I do... I don't know which, like if the rose gold or this goes better. Let's do one of these. wish I could remember the name of this one, but it's a super pretty one. It could be fairy dust. I feel like the fairy dust is the one. It's got like a it has like purple and teal and all different colored sparkles in it. And this is something else. Like I said, like a love themed one. But I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. It's an Incoco one. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I think this is one of the ones that I actually bought from Walmart, because Walmart sold these. And I got a couple different glitter dips from them. They don't have them anymore. At least I haven't seen them when I go in there, but I try to avoid Walmart unless I have to go in. I do like the grocery pickup so that I don't have to go in with all of the insane people in Walmart. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, I'm glad I picked this one. I think the rose gold wasn't the right hue of pink. This is. I like it, and it's just a little something to add to this here. I don't know, maybe I'll even do it over the rose nails, but I'm going to just do it on the middle finger for right now. What do you think? See, did I make a good choice? I think I made a good choice with this. And I kind of like this one. It's fun. It's a little traditional, a little not. I like it. Not the strip. The whole mani is a little... Just wanted to clarify that. I keep wanting to call it fairy lights, though, but I know that's not what it is. The Incoco line has a lot of cute glitter dip ones, like different color glitter dips, and I love my glitter dips. I think they're awesome overlays to use with things, as you know, because I use them a lot. A lot. Okay, there we go. All right, I think we need to call it a day here. We're already at an hour. So I'm gonna call this one finished for you guys now. What do you think? I think it came out pretty cute. I like it. I hope you like it too. All right, so that's it for this one, and I will see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.